Hey, average guy here. This video is a little about question and a little about response and a little awareness. So one of the most important things an owner can do is proper tire pressure. You're like, yeah, whatever. As long as they're inflated, they're fine. No, that's not it. When you have under-pressured tires, the sidewall flexes every time the tire gets to the bottom and then straightens every time the tire gets to the top. This flex and straighten every time tire goes around creates premature sidewall wear, and that can lead to a blowout. Also, underinflated tires tend to give you a poorer gas mileage, and of course, gas is expensive. So you want to have properly inflated tires. What is properly inflated tires? Your dealerships are going to tell you that the data plate on the door frame, which typically for most cars and trucks say 35 psi. I can tell you for a fact that on my vehicle here, the tires are stamped 51 psi max. What does that mean? Well, if you have a car standing like it is and I put the tires to 51 psi, that's fine. If I then load a load in the back and then recheck your tires, the tires are going to be higher, just like sitting on a balloon. Which means then you should release some of the pressure out of your tires to get them back down to 51. Now, when my dealership services me and my wife's car, they lower the tire pressure to 35. When these pressure on these tires are 35, they mushroom at the bottom. And when I put a load on it, it almost comes all the way to the rim. So I know that's not correct. Most tire places will tell you, go by what's written on the tire. I'm going to explain that to you in a second. Here's my wife's car. We had it serviced. I had the tires properly inflated. And guess what? They're back to 35. Is this right? Is this wrong? Let me know your feedback. So this is what the tire states. As you can see, 51 psi max. So you have a max inflation pressure and you have a max load. 1,477 pounds. Now, most people don't have a problem with the load, but this PSI, people always set it to 35. What do you mean, Scott? Well, let's undo this. Take my gauge, which has a reset on it. Hit it. And look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but that's set to 35. There's a 20 and a 40. The middle is a 30, about 35. I can't use this while I'm filming, but I have a gauge on here also, so I'm filling it up. I can check it. Now, you visibly can't tell that this is under pressure, but it is. All right, so I put the pressure in, we recheck the tire, and you can see that we're right about 45 psi. Now, I don't mind 45 psi, that's about 6 psi low. When I add weight to this, that's going to jack it up a little bit, so I don't have to constantly monitor the pressure. You can see we don't have any ballooning. We don't have any mushrooming. It looks pretty much the same as what you had, but a stiffer tire is going to give you better gas mileage, better traction, and more even wear. To a point. You obviously don't want to put 51 psi in a 35 psi tire. So bottom line it. As a ex-CDL licensed driver, I drove tractor trailers, toting warheads in Germany on a flatbed. Tire pressure was of the utmost importance. As a CDL driver, you know that you're supposed to load up, get on the road, and then pull over and check your tire pressure, because just the warming of the tires can change the pressure. This is a very, very important thing. It's a very easy user maintenance step. It can prolong your tires, and it can save money from your pocket, both in gas and replacing your tires, and your safety. Again, let me know what you guys think. Whatever you do, be safe, be aware. If nothing else, by checking your tire pressures, you can see if there's any cracking, if there's any foreign debris. Just a little safety side note, whenever you walk up to your car, always take a look along the bottom edge. You'll be able to spot any oil. You'll be able to see if there's any asymmetry, the car tilting or leaning in an odd way. And you'll be able to see if one of the tires looks off. If it looks off, maybe you should check it a little closer. That's it. All right. Be safe.